the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Let's go. Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Hey, here we go. Wide angle. Hey, check. Switch. We're going to 52. He's checking. 26.
And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Here we go. Wide angle. Bring it. Hatchet. Check it back. 26.
A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. On third down, it's Prescott. Going deep for his tight end play. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 35 yards there on the third down conversion.
First down, Cowboys.
Here we go. Wide angle. 57. Hey.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked there by Avery Williamson, the linebacker. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 22-yard line.
A gain of 22 yards.
With Cole Beasley now in Buffalo, you think that might open up some more targets for Michael Gallup. Last year as a rookie, 33 catches for the Dallas Cowboys.
Here we go. Wide angle. Mike 54. Coming this way. Here we go. 26.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The tackle there by Brian Poole. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On third down, it's Pollard. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on third and medium. Proved to be the right call. First and 10. First down, Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Randall Cobb, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Darnold. And this is caught. It's Parker. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 41 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
At the Cowboys' 35-yard line.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Anthony Brown there on the tackle.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter of play.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
For the field goal, a 44-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. Would be ideal.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Marr on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Cowboys 14, Jets 0.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And an alley to run. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. It's a kickoff return of 94 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that'll make our score 14-7. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Dude, we're going to 54. Why is?
They're going to run the jet sweep. It's Cobb with it. And some space here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
There you go. Check 4. Check 4. There we go. Kill. You got time right there.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott. This complete to the tight end Clay. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
We're going to 54.
On second down, Pollard. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Prescott from the gun. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Pollard. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down now, Pollard, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Switch. Check. We're going to 53.
On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. Caught by Cobb. And he is going to lose yardage here. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move, the Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League, where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
This is taken at his 4. And he's loose again. He's at the 30, past the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Call that a 96-yard house call on the kick return, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
Again, help it, partner. I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games at a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. Point after now from Catanzaro. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post, that's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
You ready? Check. Watch 54.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Here we go. Right there. 54 Mike. Danny. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54.
First down, and it's Pollard again. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. He's to the 10. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They come out here in the eye.
That's what I do. Hey, kill.
They'll go with a big back. This is Olawale. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Better bring. You better bring. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring. 44's the Mike. 44's the Mike.
Now Prescott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
That's how you score.
2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. A final shot before the break. Darnold. And he's going to go down. Could and a throw off with a pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than...
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Man open right side, it's the tight end Clay. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
There you go. 57 Mike. Down to lose one. Check, check. Kill. He's crossing. He's checking crack. Check.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. Jordan Jenkins there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check.
Prescott off play action. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Cooper was the target there.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time, one-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check.
After the run, now Darnold to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's the backup Simeon. Throw complete to Herndon. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of...
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Quinnen Williams coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
47. 26.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing. Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards.
And a Cowboy 1st down.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Here we go. Mark 54. Let's go deep. Tighten up. Let's go deep. We're going to 53. Check 25. Check 25. Check safety. Check safety. 26.
On 2nd down, Pollard. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. In on the stop that time, Terrell Basham.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go. Line in. 57 mark. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Check, check, check. Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54. Line in. Here we go. Come, 26.
And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
I don't think you got it. We're going to 54. Line in. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. We're going to 54. Line in. 26.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Hey, watch it, watch it. 26.
Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Kill. We're going to 53.
Prescott to throw it. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. The kick by Maher is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now on 2nd and 16. Darnold looking deep for Demarius. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense, great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
It's 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Darnold completes it, and he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Darnold to throw again. That's caught. It's Thomas. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, Darnold eluding the... And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Here's Darnold. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Sean Lee able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Here's Bell. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me.
Let's go.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's third and goal. Darnold now to throw. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Devontae Parker, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
At their own 30-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Prescott. Open man, it's his tight end Clay. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Throwing here, Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the draw, it's Pollard. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for Dallas, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, things aren't looking good. It'll be an 0-5 start, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying